Have you ever dreamed of living in a beautiful, happy, and opportunity-filled country? Today, we're going to take a tour through the best countries to live in on the planet, where quality of life, safety, and happiness are at their peak. Join me on this adventure as we explore which of these amazing nations might just be your ideal home. Welcome to the journey of discovering the top 7 best countries to live in. Now let's delve deeper into each of the 7 most livable countries in the world in 2024. And of course, here we're basing this on criteria such as the Happiness Index, Human Development Index, quality of life, cost of living, economy, living environment, and many other factors. And in 7th place, ladies and gentlemen, it's Norway. That's right, Norway, the country everyone associates with reindeer, the northern lights, and, oh yes, the prosperous lives of modern Vikings. When talking about Norway, you have to mention the stunning natural scenery, from towering mountains to breathtaking fjords. And you know what? Norwegians are so used to living amidst such beauty that they treat mountain climbing like a walk in the park. Yes, their idea of a typical morning is, oh, I think I'll climb this mountain and take in the view of the entire world. But don't be fooled by Norway's peaceful appearance. Aside from once being home to fierce Vikings, now they've evolved into experts in environmental protection. In Norway, you might feel guilty if you don't sort your trash correctly. In other words, not only do you live green, you live ultra green. And if you're wondering why, it's simple. Norwegians don't do things halfway, even when it comes to recycling. And if you want to experience cold weather while still feeling warm inside, then Norway is the perfect place. Why, you ask? Because here, even the snow seems to be smiling at you. They have something called hygge, which is how Norwegians create a cozy atmosphere by curling up by the fireplace, sipping hot cocoa, and watching the northern lights sparkle in the night sky. With just that, your life will feel like a dream. And let's not forget about oil. Norway has so much oil that they've set up a national oil fund to secure the country's future. So if you move to Norway, you can just sit back, sip your coffee, and feel secure about your entire future. Oil here isn't just used for burning, it's used to ensure you always live in prosperity. That's Norway, folks, a country where you can live amidst nature, live in wealth, and live greener than the forested mountains. And next, we have the country ranked 6th in the top 7 best countries to live in. Yes, it's Sweden, the land of amazing things like IKEA, ABBA, and a simple yet stylish way of living. That's right, folks, where every day feels like stepping into the cover of a home decor magazine. You know, if you move to Sweden, don't be surprised when friends visit your house and ask, "What's your shoe cabinet's name?" Because in Sweden, even furniture has its own name. And if you think assembling IKEA furniture is your biggest challenge, wait until you try pronouncing the names correctly. Yes, this isn't just a country, it's a free language course. But don't just focus on the furniture, because Sweden has another treasure, fika. That's right, it's the tradition of taking a break with coffee and pastries. Here, fika isn't just a snack, it's part of the culture. You have to pause all your work, drink coffee, enjoy kannelbuller, and savor life. This is how Swedes slow things down, while still keeping it interesting. And once you're full from all the fika, remember that Sweden is also a place where equality is a given. Here, no one is too rich, no one is too poor. Just people trying to figure out how to assemble an IKEA bed. Yes, that's balance. And what else makes Sweden special? Of course, free healthcare and education. You can study your whole life without worrying about tuition fees. And if you get stressed from too much fika, you can visit the hospital without stressing over medical bills. Life here is the perfect blend of style and safety. There you have it, Sweden, where you can enjoy pastries, discuss furniture, and live the most comfortable life. Welcome to a country where life always fits just right and is perfect like a chair from IKEA. And now, coming in at number 5 on our list of top 7 most livable countries in the world, it's New Zealand. New Zealand is a place where nature looks like it was created with CGI. But it's not. It's real. Majestic mountains, mesmerizing beaches, and grasslands stretching as far as the eye can see. You can walk 5 minutes from your house and find yourself in the middle of a Hollywood blockbuster. But don't worry, there are no battles between elves and dwarves here. Just your own battle of deciding, should I go for a scenic walk or surf this morning? Oh, and let's not forget about New Zealand's native people. They're not just hospitable, but they also know how to make your life more interesting. New Zealanders, also known as Kiwis, have a friendly and laid-back lifestyle. You'll receive smiles and waves everywhere. And don't be surprised if someone invites you to go fishing or mountain climbing just because you chatted with them 5 minutes ago. And you know what? There are more sheep in New Zealand than people. If you come here, you're sure to have the chance to encounter a flock of sheep crossing the road. But don't worry, the sheep here are polite. They'll let you pass first. And don't forget, New Zealand is also a pioneer in environmental protection. They love nature so much that when you go camping, it's not just to enjoy, but also to protect nature. From renewable energy to recycling, Kiwis live in harmony with Mother Nature in a way that everyone must admire. So, if you want to live in a place where every day feels like an adventure, where pristine nature and sheep are your companions, then New Zealand is the ideal destination. Welcome to the land of peace and endless adventures. We've arrived at the 4th position in our list of top 7 most livable countries in the world. And it's Australia. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Australia, where everything seems bigger, stronger, and cuter. From kangaroos, koalas to spiders. That's right, even spiders here could be your neighbors. But don't worry, because Australia isn't just about cute and slightly oversized animals. It's also home to breathtakingly beautiful beaches and fantastic weather year-round. In Australia, you'll never have to worry about a cold winter. Instead, your biggest problem might be choosing between surfing or sunbathing in the afternoon. A tough decision, I know. And if you think Australians just sit around drinking beer on the beach, think again. Australians are famous for their active lifestyle and no worries attitude. Whatever happens, it's okay. Just relax. Everything will be all right. They're masters at keeping calm, even when facing spiders the size of a bicycle. If you're a sports lover, Australia is paradise. From rugby to cricket to sailing, you'll see Australians aren't afraid to try everything. And if they're not participating in sports, they'll be cheering enthusiastically with a cold beer in hand. You might not know this, but Australian fans can cheer so passionately, you'll feel like you've won even if you don't even know how to play that sport. And what about the living environment? In Australia, they don't just care about protecting nature, but they also make you feel like you're living in a never-ending vacation. Life here is a long series of sunny days, sand, and smiles. And if you've never tried Australian-style barbecue, that's a major missing piece in your life. The grilled food is so delicious. You'll wonder what you've been doing all your life not to have tried it sooner. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Australia, where everything is big and beautiful. Do you want to live a life full of joy, warmth, and a bit of wildness? Come to Australia, and don't worry, everything will be all right. And now, we come to the 3rd position in our list of top 7 most livable countries in the world. Introducing Ireland. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the place where fairy tales about leprechauns come true. And you might find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or at least a pint of perfectly poured Guinness. In Ireland, you'll find yourself living amidst lush green fields, poetic small villages, and ancient castles straight out of a fairy tale. Everything here is so beautiful that you'll wonder, am I living in a movie? Yes, but instead of battling dragons or witches, your biggest adventure might be finding your way to the nearest pub for a jolly evening with friends. The Irish are famous for their friendly spirit and humor. When you step into an Irish pub, don't be surprised if someone tells you a story so long. You could finish 2 pints of beer before the story ends. And of course, everything always ends with a smile or a hearty laugh. And remember, the weather in Ireland is an eternal topic. Don't be surprised if you experience 4 seasons in one day. That's right, rain, sun, wind, and rain again. But the Irish will just shrug and say, well, that's the weather here for you. They even turn it into an exciting part of life. Why? Because after every rain, there's a rainbow, and who knows, maybe a pot of gold waiting for you. And if you love nature, Ireland is paradise. Towering cliffs, pristine coastlines, and verdant valleys make you feel like you're standing in the middle of nature's masterpiece. But don't get too caught up in sightseeing that you forget to enjoy the Irish specialty of mashed potatoes with stew. Yes, the cuisine here is simple but flavorful, and goes perfectly with a pint of beer. So there you have it, Ireland, a place not just beautiful as a picture but also warm from its people to its culture. If you want a life full of poetry, evenings by the fireplace, and the melodious sound of violins in the pub, then Ireland is the place for you. And who knows, you might just find your pot of gold here. And next, we come to the second position in our list of top 7 most livable countries in the world. Germany. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the country of luxury cars, brown bread, and absolute precision. If you like everything to be on time and well-planned, then Germany is your paradise. In Germany, if a train is just 1 minute late, people start frowning. That's right, here time is money. And if you can't keep up with this fast-paced life, you might soon realize that you need to plan at least 3 months in advance. Talking about Germany without mentioning cars would be a mistake. Germany is home to famous car brands like BMW, Mercedes, and Porsche. This means that when you drive in Germany, you're not just going from point A to point B. You're cruising on the highway at the speed of light. Especially on the Autobahn sections with no speed limits, you'll feel like you're participating in a world-class car race. But don't worry, if you're not a speed lover, you can still enjoy Germany's rich culinary culture. Beer and bratwurst sausages. Ladies and gentlemen, in Germany, the Oktoberfest Beer Festival isn't just an event, it's a life experience. You'll sit under giant beer tents, drinking beers bigger than your head, and eating sausages until you can't breathe anymore. And don't forget, Germans love order and cleanliness. They recycle everything from waste to plans for the next day. If you come here without knowing how to sort trash correctly, be ready to receive an unfriendly look from your neighbors. But don't worry, after an evening at Oktoberfest, you'll become a master of drinking beer and recycling. So, if you want to live in a country with perfect roads, classy cars, and a famous beer culture, Germany is the destination for you. And remember, when in Germany, always be on time, because Germans don't joke about precision. And finally, we come to the champion position in our list of top 7 most livable countries in the world. Welcome to the Netherlands. Yes, the land of windmills, tulips, and bicycles that never stop. If you don't know how to ride a bike, start learning as soon as you arrive in the Netherlands. Because here, bicycles are not just a means of transport, but a part of life. I'm not joking. In the Netherlands, you can see bicycles everywhere, from streets, sidewalks to even staircases. And if you think you can avoid traffic, then prepare yourself to face a herd of bicycles crossing the road in front of you. And don't worry, the Dutch are very polite. They'll just gently ring their bike bells for you to make way. If you love flowers, the Netherlands is paradise. This is the homeland of vibrant tulip fields stretching to the horizon. But don't forget, the Dutch don't just love flowers, they also love cheese. That's right, here, Gouda cheese isn't just food, it's an important part of the culture. You might see Dutch people queuing just to buy a piece of cheese as if it were gold. And of course, when mentioning the Netherlands, we can't forget the famous windmills. But did you know windmills here aren't just for taking photos? Actually, they've helped the Dutch survive for centuries by pumping water and drying low-lying lands. That's right, they've conquered the ocean with windmills, an achievement not everyone can be proud of. So, if you love a peaceful life with bicycles, tulips, and windmills, come to the Netherlands, where you'll always have a piece of Gouda cheese in hand and a bicycle to cruise around the streets. And that concludes our journey exploring the top 7 most livable countries in the world. Thank you for joining us through these wonderful destinations. From the lush green hills of Ireland, the vibrant cities of Germany, to the colorful tulip fields of the Netherlands. We hope you've gained some interesting perspectives and maybe you're considering your next trip. And no matter where you choose to live, remember that happiness isn't a destination, but a journey. Now, goodbye and see you in our next adventures. Farewell and take care.